Okay, I think we'll call this one yard sales and then some. There was a townwide yard sale next door, and I'll just go through some of the things I picked up. Very selective, don't need a lot, but this is what caught my eye. And for little money is the, I'd call this like a 1970, 71 or so 8-track stereo receiver system, the Midland 19572. 70 slide controls. 8-track portion looks okay in there. The only problem with this being the dial. Oh, it does move. I thought what was that noise? Is this thing on? Over here, the power off. It's off and it's making noise. The thing is haunted. The Panasonic bleached from the sun 80s boombox. This thing is on. With the radio off. This should take the batteries out of that. Okay. Well, we know that works. Oh, there's off, so it was on. Okay. The 8-track Lazy Susan to go along with your Midland. This was the this isn't Winegard FM antenna. Brand new, never used, and not much. I think we paid under $10 for all this stuff. And there was a pile of 78s. I only pick a few. I'm not into collecting the 78s that much. We got that. This one caught my eye because it's one of the recorded ones, and it says Jerry something slow foot. I don't know, but any event, a few 78s to sample. Bob Hope. I don't see Owl records that often, so I grabbed that. A couple Frank Sinatras. And an MGM. The LP side, nothing special. I got the Alice Cooper, I believe this is 1972. Killer, because mine got melted in the front porch by the heat of the sun. Had that. A Led Zeppelin 4 album. Jimi Hendrix I already have, but I probably will never listen to. But in any event, I think I picked this up because there were 2 records in it: the Jimi Hendrix and the Led Zeppelin Houses of the Holy. And there was no jacket for the Houses of the Holy. This one was popular in my high school days, and the Grand Illusion just have for a keepsake. And that'll do it. That's the yard sale and then some. Is the these items here. This is a 1958 Admiral set. Make room for inside. The tube tested down. It's tired, but the Admiral 400. The skies look threatening, so we want to try and get this stuff in. And this beast here, which I paid next to nothing for, it's just, it's not in terrible condition, just a little manhandled by the current owners. LP changer, television, but there's something unique about this that caught my eye. It weighs 197 pounds. That's not what caught my eye, but the fact that a couple things. Try and get this up so you can see the back of it. has a brightener on it. They said they broke something in the back. Of course, they didn't totally neck the tube. We'll test it. Okay, they broke the, it's not, most tubes I've tested that take a hit like that in the back test bad. They light up and they go out. It like damages them. I seem to notice. It does have a brightener on it, and this is the RCA model TA169 if you want to look it up. The RCA TA169. Under that it says KCS 43. KCS 43 is what it says behind the label. What's unique about this, it has the first generation 45 only player, the first generation, which isn't the most desirable one. It has a Type 1 RP 168 changer there, and it has the LP 3378 player there, which is a VM, I believe. The chassis has an AM/FM radio built into it. It's all inclusive, and the original tube, this is what struck me, is on the front this is a rectangle screen, yet it says it's a 16, I think, GP4 it came with, but this has a 20 HP4A. Can't see that, I know, but it's a 20 HP4A. So I'm noticing this wires and whatnot. So this was, and there's this wood on the sides and these eye hooks holding the tube. So this was upgraded to a 20-inch rectangular from the round 16-inch. Like I say, it has a brightener, but we're gonna test the CRT in before we bring the Midland and the Lazy Susan in the house. I just want to put a little. Again, this is just olive oil and vinegar I've tried, and it seems to clean the stuff up pretty good. Take the dirt off. So we'll wipe this down and into and bring them in. Okay, other than some discoloration from the sun, the antenna is good. I did not check the tape player for movement, but we can do that later. And the battery compartment is good. 6 D cells are in this radio. So that's the Panasonic boombox, the Midland receiver 8-track, and the Savoy from Haverhill, Mass. 8-track Lazy Susan. Get these out of the way so we can test that CRT. Okay, back on the tube. I may have said it was a 21. It's a 20 HP4. There aren't many 20 size tubes out there. It seemed to be intermediate before the 21s came out. Well, anyway, let's hope this thing lights. I don't see a filament yet, but I've got it only on 5 volts. So let's bring it up to 6.3. Yeah, it's, at first I didn't care because I saw 16 for the CRT. It would have been a metal CRT. I wasn't too thrilled about it, but once I see the 20 and seeing the brightener, well, seeing a 20-inch tube, but I don't see it lighting though. See, these folks do it all the time. Get a closer look at see, as far as I can tell, that tube is not lit. I don't know why, just hitting these causes that, but it must get hit pretty hard. I would think maybe just one of the wires is broken, but I don't think so. No light. Let's go up to 8 and just see if anything happens. No, I don't see this tube lighting. Nor getting warm. Okay, I've gone under the drape like an old-time photographer here to see if I can't see the filament. It's hard to see because they have the little chrome, I don't know what you call that, on the neck, but I believe it's warm. So we have it up at 8 volts. Let's just give it a, see if it's gonna see. I have nothing on emission, no cutoff. I can't tell. Turn that up, see if we get a nudge of emission. Let it sit here a minute in case it is cooking. I don't see that meter deflecting at all. No, there's nothing there. Okay, we're going to have to pretty much call it quits on this one. Like other tubes with this sort of damage, the tube was warm. Now it's ice cold, and all the time I did not see any orange glow. So I have to assume this one has gone to air. I don't know why they go to air from being hit in the neck like that, but that obviously does something to them. Because this is like the third one that's done this. One color, and this is the second black and white. In the base in this cabinet. So that's too bad. That's the 20 HP4, and it does have a different yoke attached. So it is a retrofit. Okay, on to the Admiral. Okay, and I've quickly verified with the meter here. That tube is open. Okay, another thing on the yard sale in the free pile at one place was one of these TVs. Not this TV. We got this TV ourselves out of a recycle bin, and it's been fine. This is a Sylvania, Emerson, whatever you want to call it, but it is a Sylvania. The other set was an Emerson, same exact set. So I had asked, they said you could have the set, which I didn't end up taking. I may still, but I'm not so certain. And I asked if they had the remote, because I don't have the remote for this. And I guess that's what the other person who was interested in the set was looking for. I looked around in a box, glancing, I found the Emerson remote. And so, no battery cover, but for what it's worth, we found the remote for our Sylvania, Funai, whatever you want to call it, CRT television. Alright, so we brought the RCA inside, at least out of the elements. We do have the back, and you can see the hit that the tube took on the tube cap. And there's a few battle scars, piece of veneer missing, but I have that piece. A little gouge there, which I do not, and one little corner missing there. I don't know if you've seen the front of this yet, so. What's unique about this one, you have your LP 3378 changer down here. As I mentioned, that's a VM, just 2-speed. The television, which happens to have, I don't know if you can see that, the AM/FM radio. Oh, the knob is here. We almost lost the knob in travel. The channel selector. All the other knobs are present, but it has a radio in it. The KCS43. And when I opened it and saw the rectangle screen, I didn't know what to make of it, because 1950 rectangle screen just didn't compute to me. So this was a retrofit. They added this glass, this other escutcheon here, took out the 16-inch original, and that's that. The rest of the cabinet is not bad. And this was the beginning of the your 45 storage. This alone was worth the purchase price. Although it's a Type 1, they're not very desirable. They had issues, but the chassis mounted RP168. I want to see if it has the early. It does not have the early type swags. I forget what you call it, the pushers there. The early types had a rotary separators. This, I think it said a Type 3 of RP193 or something, which has the separators are the same as the RP190. I say 168, that's what this is. 190 was the one after this, but it does have the newer style separators, so that's good. So excuse me. So that's going to do it for the RCA. We'll go and take one quick look at the the Admiral. Okay, and I'll give you a shot of the Emerson Imperial 440 on top of the Westinghouse Stratosphere and below here. This you've seen in a prior video. So the Admiral, this tube tests, it's a little tired, but it will display a picture. And this is the 1958 Admiral. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.